Color Out of Space is a cosmic horror film directed by Richard Stanley about a family living in a secluded farmhouse facing an extraterrestrial meteorite that has strange effects on the surrounding landscape. It was made in a fairly short time frame with a very limited budget, but manages to make the most of this as it utilizes many aspects of classic indie horror. Like other low-budget sci-fi horror films, it produces atmosphere and anxiety with the choice in angles, lighting, and intuitive sound design. The ominous soundtrack by Colin Stetson immerses you in the ethereal world of Lovecraft. This is Richard Stanley's first return to film since he was fired from the Island of Dr. Moreau in 1996. Based on the short story by the same name, this movie supposedly acts as the first part in a Lovecraftian horror trilogy from Stanley. Soon to follow this entry is Dunwich Horror, which ties into the Cthulhu mythos. If you're a fan of Lovecraft, then this should be exciting to you, considering most of the cinematic adaptations of his work have been fairly stale. 1970's The Dunwich Horror, starring Sandra Dee and Dean Stockwell, is what comes to mind. Included among these are The Shuttered Room from 1967, Reanimator in 1985, From Beyond 1986. Now, my thoughts after watching this film are mixed. On one hand, I admire the craftsmanship and cinematography. The performances are really quite good across the board, with the exception of some very lackluster acting from a crucial character that I will address in a bit. Nicolas Cage fits right into this world, into the psychedelic weirdness of the themes. This genre is a perfect match for his balls-to-the-wall, outrageous performing style. Anyway, as I was saying, Joely Richardson gives a serviceable and really a nuanced performance as Nathan's wife, Teresa. Madeline Arthur was good, I thought, as Lavinia. Brendan Meyer as Benny was kind of lame, really. I didn't really care for his acting style. I felt the entire time like I could see through his performance. The little kid, Julian Hilliard, that they got to play Jack, was good as a child actor. I think it's fairly difficult to get kids to act naturalistically on screen in front of a bunch of cameras and adults looking at them, but they did a good job with this, and I loved the childish innocence element of it as he discovered the true nature of the color before everyone else. One thing I have to emphasize about this film, besides the trippy visuals and all of the colors, is the horror. The actual nature of the film is true cosmic horror, and because of that, parts of it are very disturbing. In fact, at one point in one scene, I had to turn it off because it was so ugly, so disturbing. From a family and relationship point of view, it was very disturbing the way this alien force basically ripped this family apart piece by piece, psychologically, physically, every way imaginable. But I thought that element of the plot was actually executed very, very, very well. The way the environment was twisted and warped, and the way everything was changed and reflected, refracted out, like it was terraforming basically to suit the environment and the ecosystem of the alien life forms. So really, I thought this was not a perfect movie, but an excellent attempt at an adaptation. Probably the best attempt I've seen so far at a true Lovecraftian adaptation to film. So if you're into cosmic horror or horror movies in general, or if you just like to see Nicolas Cage flipping out and doing weird shit, check this out, please. Give it a shot. I'm going to give Color Out of Space a out of 10 stars.
Nate, are you listening to me?
You know, I did everything I was supposed to do. I did everything I was supposed to do. I did everything I was supposed to do.